Hello class 10, we'll continue a new chapter, that is chapter number 9, the excretory system. Okay, so before going into the system, let me tell you the definition of excretion. Okay, the process called excretion is a process of the removal of metabolic waste out of the body. Okay, removal of metabolic waste out of the body is actually your excretion. All right, and yeah, the excretory system is the system where the organs are involved for the formation, okay, storage and elimination of urine out of the body. So that is your excretory system. Okay, so here you need to be clear with the two things out of which we sometimes misunderstand. Okay, so that is see defecation and excretion. All right, defecation and excretion. That means defecation means passing out of undigested food through rectum actually is not a system that come under your excretory system. All right, so that is other than your excretion. Okay, that's not actually excretion. Similarly, your removal of carbon dioxide from the lungs, okay, or through the lungs actually is not also your excretion. That is different. That is actually a part of respiration. Okay, so here you need to know what actually the excretory system is. It is a system consisting of those organs where the formation, okay, storage and elimination of the urine takes place. That is your excretory system. All right, so what are the substances eliminated out of the body and they have to be removed from the body? So they are carbon dioxide. Okay, though it is not actually the removal of carbon dioxide is not a part of excretory system, but even though these are the things which are to be eliminated out of the body, like carbon dioxide or excess water, okay, nitrogenous substances, similarly your nitrogenous metabolic waste or substances, excess salts, excess vitamins, bile pigments are those substances which have to be eliminated out of the body. If they are there in the body, okay, after the metabolic activities, when these things are pumped and are remained there in the body for longer period of time, they damage the system, they damage the organs of the body, or they as a whole damage the body. All right, so they are no longer to be kept there inside the body, so they have to be thrown out of the body through the different organs involved in their elimination. Okay, the organs involved in their elimination are, see, kidneys, okay, one pair of kidneys there, where what happens is, so these kidneys actually collect the metabolic nitrogenous waste from the blood and is and used in making urine. Okay, that means all this metabolic waste is converted in the form of urine and is passed out through urethra. Okay, so that is your kidneys. Then similarly comes your sweat glands. Sweat glands you see in the skin, which collect the very trace amount of nitrogenous waste, okay, and pass them out or throw them out in the form of sweat. Usually when the temperature is very high, when the body temperature is to be maintained because of excess temperature outside, or because of the external excess temperature, when it is to be balanced there inside, that time that body's heat actually is maintained by eliminating the sweat from the sweat glands. Okay, similarly it comes your lungs. Another one is your lungs. Though actually are not the part of excretory system, but lungs are also involved in eliminating CO2, carbon dioxide, actually eliminating carbon dioxide, throwing carbon dioxide through the lungs actually is a part of respiration. Okay, but even though your carbon dioxide is a poisonous substance, is a poisonous gas, which is very important to be throwing out. Okay, to throw it out. Okay, so that's your the organs involved in the removal of waste out of the body. Now we'll see kidneys. Okay, the chief excretory organs. Okay, where what happens is that urine is pumped, and from there the urine is passed down to the urinary bladder, and from urinary bladder it is thrown out through urethra. Okay, so that's the reason why these two kidneys are the chief excretory organs. Okay, now we'll talk about it, how it is consisted of first. Okay, see now, there are the two vessels. In fact, they are the blood vessels. So as it is shown out here as aorta coming out of the heart. Okay, and from aorta another your organ, another blood vessel is branched out, that is renal artery. Okay, so renal artery is the one which carries the oxygenated blood into the kidney, both sides. All right, and in the kidney also, when the blood is impure, okay, so that impure blood is collected by the posterior vena cava. Okay, their posterior vena cava, that means that there is your renal vein. Renal vein is the one which collects the impure blood and supply it to the posterior vena cava. Okay, from posterior vena cava, that impure blood is taken to the right atrium or to the right auricle of the heart, and from the right auricle it is passed down to the right ventricle. From right ventricle it goes to the lungs for the purification. This is how the this is how the blood vessels are shown, which are responsible for taking the blood into the kidney, and from kidney to the lung, heart, and from heart to the lungs for the purification. So these are the blood vessels, which are nothing to do here with the excretory system or with the excretion. All right, so here what you have to understand mainly as far as your excretion is concerned is, see, there are the two kidneys. So water kidneys, where are they located? So let me tell you a little bit about it first. So kidneys, as you know, are bean shaped. See here, they are bean shaped, 10 centimeter long. Okay, they are 10 centimeter long. Okay, 6 centimeter wide. Okay, 10 centimeter long, 6 centimeter wide. Okay, located either side of the backbone. Here is the backbone. Okay, what we also call as spinal cord. So on the either side of this backbone they are located. Okay, and protected by the last two ribs. Here are the ribs. Okay, rib cage, as you see out here. So last two ribs are there which actually protect the kidney here. So rib cage down there you see here. So here ribs, many ribs are here. Just last two ribs at the end, two ribs are there which actually protect the kidneys. All right, and right side's kidney, okay, right and left. Right side kidney is slightly at lower level than the left one. Okay, right side's kidney is slightly at the lower level than the left one. Okay, so this is something about your kidneys, their location, how big they are. So that's all about your kidneys. Now see what happens here. See, as you see here, the notch, which is something curved like structure you see out here. Okay, so this notch, from this notch, which is also called hilum, S-I-L-U-M, hilum, so is the region from where this tube is originated from both the kidneys here. Okay, here is the notch or hilum. From here, this your ureter, this tube is originated. So from here also, from the other kidney also, there is a notch called hilum, from where this tube is originated, which is called ureter. This is your ureter. Okay, so this ureter now opens into, that at the end opens into this your bladder, muscular bladder is there, which is called urinary bladder. Okay, urinary bladder. So as you see the 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 other end of this your ureter. Okay, that means the originating part. Okay, originating part, from where it is originated. As you see the originating part of this ureter, you find expanded like this, which is roughly drawn out here, expanded. Okay, okay, that means the beginning part of this your ureter from the kidney, you see, is expanded like this, and this expanded region is called pelvis, pelvis, pelvis. Okay, pelvis. And as it goes downward to get connected with the urinary bladder, it is usually narrow. Okay, it is usually narrow, which carries the kidney from the, which carries urine after being pumped there in the kidney. Okay, so that means these ureters are the ones which carries the urine after being pumped out here into this urinary bladder. So there in the urinary bladder, the urine is temporarily stored. Okay, is temporarily stored. And so this your urinary bladder, after being filled with half a liter of urine, is emptied occasionally. That means when half a liter of urine is pumped out here, a kind of sensation comes to the brain, so that it is to be emptied. So when it is to be emptied, that time this your sphincter opens. This sphincter is something like a door out here, which usually guards this opening. Okay, this guards this opening. So when it has to empty the urinary bladder, that time only it relaxes, or it opens, so that the urine is passed through this urethra. Okay, so when it has to empty the urinary bladder, that means when it has to pass out the urine, that time this urinary bladder contracts. Okay, it contracts. So that time there is a chance of the urine to be flowing back to this ureter also, but it doesn't happen so, because this opening of this ureter acts like a valve. It acts like a valve. Okay, so that when it contracts to pass out the urine, that time this valve remains closed, so that urine doesn't flow back to the ureter. Okay, it doesn't flow back to the ureter. So this is how these valves play a very important role in blocking the urine, the backflow of the urine. Okay, during the time of contraction of this urethra to empty it. Okay, during the time of contraction of this urinary bladder, at the time for passing out the urine. Okay, so that means when it has to pass out the urine, that time this urinary bladder contracts, so that your sphincter opens and the urine pass out through this urethra. So at the time the urine will not flow back to the ureter, because there is the valve which actually blocks the backflow of the urine. So this is how it acts. Okay, and this is a little bit about your kidney location and how it acts here. So in the next class we'll see the internal structure of kidney. So we'll see the internal structures of the kidney in the next session only. Alright, so today we'll do only this much, and hope you have understood.